Good afternoon, all. Today we're going to talk about Square for the tape reading exercise. Apologies for yesterday. The music was quite distracting, I know. I didn't realize the cut with the voiceover didn't exclude that initial music. I hope you enjoyed it. For those of you who did not, I apologize. Anyways, let me tell you what's going on with Square today. We had fresh news. It was on our morning watch. We had earnings. We had the cryptocurrency investment. But what really appealed to me, and see the playbook I'll post in the playbook section, what really appealed to me here was the fill on the daily. We had elevated volume yesterday with a nice wick, and we had the opportunity to fill part of that wick today, and we did after the sell off at the open on the fresh news. So at the open, we had this flush, pretty steep candle range expansion down towards the previous daily in the first few minutes. Um, we eventually get down to this daily level around 232.50, previous daily level. That serves as our important key daily here. But in between, we see the bids shape up, and we're gonna see that a little bit in the tape. But what happened in the beginning is 235 was our key point. We had big bids at 235. Once those bids were satisfied, we had further flushing down into 233.50s, then into 232, and then finally wicking down, testing the previous daily before bids finally stepping up. And we're going to actually join the action with the bids flushing around 233. And then we're going to see ask present at 239, 240, and 245. I actually end up going long at 235 on the turn, as we call it. I love this level because, as you can see from the chart, it's buffering the range already set previously from the flush. And so once this was tested, my thesis was to go long. And as you can see, it worked out. It held beautifully. So let's kind of go through this in the tape, and we're going to try to keep this under a couple minutes here. Sound is off, so you should not get any music. So what we're seeing here is the flush from 233 down. We're seeing at 232.50. We're seeing those bids. Those bids are going to be satisfied. 232.50, very strong at 232.50. Continue to flush. We've got bids at 32. Now we're testing. We're testing that level here at 230. 231, 230, 250 is the actual level. But we wick below it. And I'm sorry, I'm not scrolled up at the moment. There you go, 232. We've got a big bid at 136. This is serving as a key level, a key point. But again, the key is the daily level, the volume, the extension, everything we see here. This is actually what I call the backside bolt. So now we're moving up. We're approaching this 235 level. We're almost at 234. I'm fast forwarding manually. 235. We're hitting 235, so I'm going along. I'm putting a limit order in my bigger account, and I'm going along. We see this ask at 234.90. 234.90, still strong. But my signal to go long has already happened. My signal to go long was the step up. It was the turn. I'm pretty good to go long unless I see a lot of bids as evidence not to go long. If I see bids come in and I see thin ask, I know I probably shouldn't go long, and the turn, as we call it, isn't going to be true. But in this case, everything I want to see is going for me. The extension, the exhaustion in that zone, the exhausting volume, the volume step up in the profile. The big bids exhausted several times in that zone, and the previous daily level, very, very strong level. So just moving forward, because I think we're getting kind of deep in the tape, or in the length of this tape. It's getting lengthy. Again, so there you go. I was flipping to Disney, back to Square. We're already at 237. Sorry, 236 is the last, with bids presenting at 245, 240. Goldman Sachs has got something going on there in between. I love the Goldman Sachs market maker ID, GSCO. They are very influential, as you all know. So again, here we're chilling out at 237. That's me entering limit orders at 240. 239 strong, 240. We're at 240. 10-cent spread. So 240. The tape tightens. The spread tightens. We go down from a 10-cent to a 4-cent spread. Things are happening here. We end up rejecting this level and then moving to 245 later on in the day. But the whole point is this. We're watching those asks the whole time, and we're watching these key levels. And we know if we can exhaust on this extension, hit these key previous levels, exhaust these bids, move back up, have volume, have transactions. We have RVOL of 300+%. We've got big asks. We've got healthy, robust inventory, a ladder all the way up to 240, a ladder all the way up to 245 after testing VWAP. Buyers took control, and they really never lost control until 245. The pullback on 240 was significant, but it didn't even test the 235, which we've already established was the point where I believe buyers took control. Anyways, that's enough for today, and hope this recording turns out better than last night. Appreciate it.